Yo, what is good? What is going on? And welcome back to another video. Today it's 356 days of no fat semen retention. We are within the last 10 days leading up to the 1 year no fap anniversary. Alright. So yeah, man. I don't have too much today. Today was just pretty chilled. I really enjoyed my time off from work. Of course, I did put in some extra hours with the call center, but outside of that, things have been great. I do find myself in a new stage of things, or at least I know I mentioned this before, but I'm at that stage to where, I have moments where I feel like, okay, what is my next step? And of course that, excuse me, entails a lot regarding not only the channel but just my life in general, and I'm kind of just in that mode right now of just working on what my next steps will be. What new goals will I set? What new goals will I obtain? What goals have I hit? What goals am I close to? What goals did I not hit? You see what I'm saying? Like there's this, I'm in the assessment stage. Let me put it like that. And of course there was a time where I didn't understand the assessment phase, and there's been a lot of my growth, like in my growth. Again, a major superpower that I've learned on this journey is just the acceptance of failure, more or less, or at least the beauty in things not quite going as planned, and that's so fucking subtle, because when you live a life thinking everything should go a certain way, and even with the slightest tweak, right, and it doesn't happen, emotionally we respond just by, literally jumping off a cliff. Like, just emotionally, we're just, oh my God. But when you reach that state of essentially, okay, so it's not coming from a place of, well, whatever happens, happens. But it kind of is in a way, but it's not from a place of just being stagnant, being complacent. You just have an understanding that, hey, sometimes things don't fully work out in the way that I planned, even when I'm giving it my maximum effort, But more importantly, when things don't happen, you more or less understand that it just didn't happen right now. But your drive, your relentless push, your relentless energy that you put behind it knows that you are going to accomplish this goal sooner than later. But more importantly, you're just not going to give up on accomplishing the goal. You feel me? But you keep yourself in a state of positivity when you just have that acceptance and almost an excitement, because you understand that a lot of your greatest blessings come from your toughest challenges, and so there was a time when me not understanding my the assessment phase of life, because it happens, like, listen, you set goals, you push, you reach them, you may not reach them, but along the way it's important to assess the goals, and for all the ones that you may not have hit or got kind of close to, but kind of sort of, my lower self, I would get depressed off of that. I would get so depressed, and then literally I'm beating myself up, because I'm like, damn, see, yeah, like I was supposed to, do this by such and such age. I was supposed to have this done by such and such. Oh man, I'm just not there. And the more I focused on that, I didn't appreciate all the progress in all the other areas of my life that I've made. I've jumped leaps and bounds in all these other areas, but during the assessment phase is when you do get to assess your shortcomings, But because I even identified shortcomings, I would literally beat myself up. And I would fall into a depression, and then how do I fix it? It is a sick cycle, yo. Like, and that's something I'm realizing now. Like, this, I mean, just the more I talk about it, I'm like, yo, that was a big thing for me. You know, because people see me like, oh man, you're so driven, you're so motivated, da da da. Because yeah, I was always starting over, starting over, starting over, starting over. You know, and of course, the starting over phase was always hard to get into because I couldn't start unless I felt energized and powered up and motivated. Yes, I'm like, I'm gonna do it this time, you know. But that was maybe months, some cases a year or two after falling into a depression from whatever that previous assessment stage was, and me just not understanding the gift in assessing, you know, the beauty in just understanding, hey, things may not happen right now, but hey, I could have reached those goals had I kept pushing. And I would just give up for focusing on all the things that just didn't happen. You feel me? And that's crazy. You know, like I said, life is going to be what it is. Life will be as hard as it's going to be. Life will always be as challenging as it's going to be. But how you perceive situations, how you perceive things that happen, you know, like you can be in a state of thinking, oh, well, all these things happen to me, or all these things happen for me. That's a big shift in the mind. It is. You know, I mean, just think about that last relationship that just fucking failed. It's either, well, why do things like this keep happening to me, or why is this happening for me? Like, what's the gift in this happening? Why did this door close? Where am I headed? What? I'm telling you right now. Yo, that type of shift is just so fucking major, yo. It is, and it's not, and I know it's hard for a lot of people to even get to that point, because a lot of times we're so stuck on the victimization. We're so stuck on the trauma. I mean, I'm sorry, yo, listen, sometimes, I mean, you know, and again, you got to dig deep for this one, but sometimes trauma, it gives us an adrenaline rush, you know, and we kind of look forward to just the trauma and the drama, you know, that come into our lives, and we got to cut that shit out, you know. And I know sometimes too, when you think of, because again, we know deep down, we know what we need to do to shift gears. But there's a fear in shifting a gear because we're kind of addicted to the adrenaline rush of what trauma and drama give us. And it's almost like, damn, but if I start thinking positively, I'm not going to have this feeling anymore. And this feeling, it is kind of a drug. That emotional rush, the chaos, you know, it's literally a drug that we kind of just subconsciously feed off of. I mean, and more importantly, it's because it's all we've known. Whereas now, once you make that shift, now you're on a different high, a different drug. Much healthier, though. Much healthier. You know? But it's hard when this is all you've known. Lower self is all you've known. You know? So definitely, you know, just something to think about. Again, like I said, I ain't gonna keep this too long. But yeah, I'm just excited, man. Like I'm almost at 1 year. And oh my God, yes, I did hit 100 subscribers today. So thank you. Listen, each and every last one of y'all, you know, for the ones that always comment on my shit, for the ones who just, you know, give a like, for the ones who just view, whatever it is, like, listen, I'm gonna keep it 100. I appreciate y'all so much. You know, I'm just a guy who's been through a lot. Going through a lot. And at some point, coming out of my depression, out of suicide attempts, out of just a very chaotic and depressed life, you know, I found this. And I said to myself, you know what? If I can do this, then I'm sure I can help anybody get through whatever the fuck it is that they gotta get through, yo. You know what I mean? But more importantly, like this became my therapy. It did. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was already going to therapy, but like this became just like a bigger and better aspect, you know, to it. Cause I mean, every day I post videos, like I'm not used to talking about my shit. There's so many people on social media, on my Facebook, on my IG, who have no idea what the fuck I've gone through. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, if they send me, you know, a little inbox asking certain questions, I'll let them know. They're like, "Oh my God, I had no idea. Wait, what?" You know. And so, even with that, just to be on this platform, just to establish this platform, and just be so, you know, my own little way open. But of course, again, I haven't quite revealed what started all this. But of course, I'm still kind of going through that situation, so I don't want to leave information, you know, online for that. But yeah, man, it's all I know is that you can get through anything once you realize that whatever that moment is or was for you, that it's not the end of everything. It is the end of something, but usually it means it's the start of the real, of the brand new, of the fresh. Like you get to start over with a lot of things in your life, you know, and get shit right this time. Like for real, for real. But more importantly, get you right. Because this whole journey was like literally with what I've gone through, I realized, yo, I lost who the fuck I was. This is me being back in my element. I mean, I'm sure you can find my old channel. I think it's P. Lou Music, where I did my juicing. Just type Preston Lewis juicing. Boom. It'll pop up. And of course, I didn't finish that journey because the girl I was dating at the time, she just up and left. I'm like, and see, like, and if you think about it, right, like, how many times have you really felt like your life was just over, and yet you're still here, you know, to like think about those times when you thought your life was just over and it's not. But again, each of these things get us to different stages in our lives, and at the end of the day, it all brought us here. So I am truly grateful for that. Excuse me. You know, I'm so blessed to have shit. I was happy to have 10 followers, 1 follower, shit. So yeah. So now that I have officially 100, super excited. Of course, next step, you know, 200, 300, and so on, all the way up to a rack, 10 racks, 5 racks, 1,000. It don't matter. It really don't matter. Like, but I'm just blessed that y'all are really rocking with me. Like, I really do appreciate y'all. All right, so now I'm gonna leave it at that because I want to play some Call of Duty. The Vanguard open beta is available, so I'm definitely gonna rock out. But yeah, as always, guys, we show gratitude to the universe and to God because we are grateful for the life that we have, and it's so we can manifest the life that we want and deserve. All right. As always, guys, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and we'll definitely do it again tomorrow. Peace.